In the small town of Nwanta, where red dust danced with the wind and the sound of life echoed through every alley, there lived a man named Tono. He was known as the man who sold time. Not because he was rich or owned a company, but because he fixed clocks. From broken wristwatches to giant wall clocks, Tono had one rule: if it ticks, I can heal it. Every morning, he sat outside his little wooden shop with his tools scattered like tiny soldiers waiting for orders. People loved him not only for his skill but for his words. When someone brought a broken clock, Tono would say, "Time doesn't stop, it only waits for the right hands to move it again." But behind his calm smile lived a storm. His own life was falling apart, his wife had left, his son refused to study, and his rent was due. The man who fixed everyone's time was running out of his own. Then one evening, as the sun melted into the horizon, a stranger appeared, tall, dressed in a long black coat, wearing no expression. He placed a gold watch on Tono's table and said in a voice that felt both calm and cold, "Can you fix this one too?" Tono looked at the watch, it wasn't ticking. But there was something strange about it. The second hand seemed frozen between moments, as if time itself had stopped breathing. "It's different," Tono whispered. The stranger smiled faintly. "This one doesn't count seconds, it counts choices." Tono worked all night. Every screw, every spring, every whisper of the ticking clock felt alive. As he worked, the air grew heavy. When he finally closed the back cover and wound it, the clock came alive, but something else happened too. The room changed. The broken furniture looked new, his bills vanished, and the world outside his window seemed years younger. Confused, he stepped outside and saw himself, a younger version of him, still married, still smiling. It was as if time had turned back. Terrified, he ran back inside. The gold watch was glowing faintly, and under the glass, new words appeared. "You may repair your life once, but every change takes a price." Tono couldn't resist. He started fixing not just clocks, but moments. Each time he turned the watch, something changed in his past. His son became successful, his wife stayed longer, his debts disappeared. The town began to call him a miracle worker. But slowly, his hands began to tremble. His reflection grew older even as his face stayed young. Every fix he made stole time from his future. He was selling his own life, second by second. One night, the stranger returned. "You've done well," he said, "but tell me, how much of your own time have you left?" Tono's hands shook. "I only wanted to fix what was broken." The man smiled coldly. "Even time has a price, clockmaker. And you've been spending yours." As the days passed, Tono's body grew weaker, his shop emptier. The clocks around him still ticked, but he could no longer hear them. The townspeople came looking for him, but the man who sold time had disappeared into silence. Years later, a little boy wandered into the abandoned shop. On the table lay the same golden watch. Inside, an inscription now read, "Those who try to own time, lose it. Those who live it, find peace." The boy wound the watch once, and for a moment, he heard a heartbeat echo through the room. Some say it was Tono's. Others say it was the sound of time forgiving him. The boy grew up to be a clockmaker too, but he never touched that golden watch again. He would tell every customer, "Fix your heart before your clock." And so, the legend of the man who sold time became a story told across Africa, a warning and a wisdom. No matter how rich, how desperate, or how skilled you are, you can never buy back a single moment you waste. Because the real timekeeper isn't your clock, it's your choices.